So you've made it out of a couple raids, have a little silver to your name, looking to get a better trampler. Boy, do I have the design for you. This is the best trio trampler I've come across. This is the one I mainly run with my group. And without further ado, let's get into the build. Starting off on the tech tree, you'll only need about 7,000 silver to get the right things to start this build. This is going to be a tier 1 build. What we're going to buy off the tech tree, starting in orange, we're going to get that cargo deck, wooden decks multiple if you have an extra 600. We're also going to get the artillery decks multiple, frame steering, armament workshop, and then once we come over to framed artillery, we'll get that as well. If you're a little strapped for cash, it's okay not to get this wooden decks multiple. Everything else is 100% needed for this build. Alright, moving from the tech tree and the blueprints, we're going to create a new blueprint here. Alright, starting off here, you see on the floor these arrows will orientate your ship forward. So it's important to keep that in mind. If you can't see the arrows, remember that the lights here also indicate that your ship is forward in this direction. Starting off, we're going to go to Essentials here. We're going to go down to Crew. This is the default to Crew. We're going to put that like that. We're going to add a reactor, default reactor. This is the same one you see on most small default ships. We're going to orient that sideways here, so they're standing next to each other. We are then going to go to steering, and we're going to put the steering on the same side as the reactor. Remember, this is the frame steering, not the original normal steering. Frame steering is a must here. We're then going to come over to Essentials as well, or Combat. We're going to go down to Combat, grab this Nest frame turret. Same thing with the framed, needs to be framed. We're then going to go to Decks and Frames, grab this supporting frame here, and we're going to orient it a little bit like this. Make sure the ladder is pointing down and covering that side. We are then also going to go down to Utility, and we're going to grab our cargo, our first cargo spot here. We are going to use this cargo framed in the vertical configuration. Make sure that these cargo things are faced this way and not this way. If it's this way, it will block your door to the trampler. You don't want to be doing that. We're also going to go underneath Essentials here and grab our entrance area. We're going to put our entrance area next to the crew compartment so we could use this door as sort of a barrier to make sure no one's hopping on our ladder and just getting straight into our ship. Now, we're going to press R, go up to the upper layer. On the upper layer, we're going to grab Combat first. We're going to use these corner deck turrets. We're going to place one here. C for copy, place another one here. The reason I like this is because both of these will overlap in the front. These are about 90-degree angles, so you have about 90 degrees to turn that cannon. Using that, both of these will overlap in the front and give full range of motion on the side, which is perfect for this. Don't worry about all this red. We'll clear it up in a little bit with the reachability. We're going to hit tab again. We're going to go over to our decks and frames. Lower supporting frame here. We are going to go down one level. Come over to this side. I'm going to put it like this. Make sure that the two sides are touching this deck frame. Okay. And then we're going to go back up here. We're going to go over to Utility. This is going to be your Compact Armaments Workshop. Place it like that on top. We are then going to grab our Essentials here and grab a Captain's Cabin. Put that about there. We're going to go over the decks and frames. Now, if you chose not to opt for the extra 600 gold, or 600 silver, because you didn't have it, you're going to have to use the standard here. Which is okay, it'll get the job done, but I am not a big fan of this bar right here. It makes it really hard for these guys to hop off and repair reactor if you have two people on the cannons up here. So instead, what I choose to do is go for the simple no railing frame here. I'll give the same access. You still have the ladder, and it's pretty simple, honestly, to just get up, go over, get to these cannons. Not really a big deal. If you don't want to go through the Armaments Workshop, this is also a pretty simple jump we could get just on this side over here. Now on top of here, we're going to go back to storage. This will be your second full storage area. We're going to use the unframed, and we're going to place vertical just like we did the other one. You see how this makes an L on this armament workshop? We want to make sure that that is going to be an L. We are then going to go over to turrets. Now, this is a completely optional turret as well. If you're trying to keep your costs a little bit low, don't place this turret. If you're okay with it being a little bit higher, like by 50 scrap, place it. I run one on the back always. You never know, if one of the AI get behind you or not. It's good just to have it. And that will be the full build. Just a little housekeeping just to make sure everything looks good on your build. Make sure all these connections are good. What I run is no door here, 2 doors here, and this door will be obviously to the back. This will come straight out, and then make sure that all these connections are correct. These are correct. Ladder here, door in, and then full L shape on the armaments. That will be the whole build. Now, this one's modular, and you can upgrade it. So once you get down a little bit more of that tech tree, what I have done to have a little bit more survivability here is we're going to take this reactor off, and we're going to go to this covered reactor here. And this one will also fit directly in here, and that makes it super tanky. It makes it really worth keeping. This will be one of the first upgrades I'll recommend. You could also put extra storage up here if you're running out of storage if you've got this second tier 2. But because we're looking at a tier 1 build right now, we're just going to do that typical, if I could find it, typical reactor here. Now, how I would arm this and how I have been arming this for a trio is 3 80 mils and 1 40 mil. On your 3 80 mils, you're going to put 1 up top, 2 up top, 3 up top. All 3 are up top. The 40 mil is going to go right next to the captain's chair, simply because you don't have to reload it. The captain here of this ship needs to be super mindful that the weak side on this ship is going to be this left side. To never expose this back left side to an enemy you're fighting is how you win with this ship. Every other side could get pummeled for a decent bit by 80 mils, 40 mils, whatever. If this gets exposed, it's a GG. Wrap it up. But main focus for the captain is steering. If you guys get close, 40 mil them down. These 80 mils are really good for top pressure. Now, how I've run the ship personally, a couple tips and tricks, is the captain is the one main repairing the reactor. Since in this game you could set your ship to do something like circle a enemy trampler, this is a perfect time for the captain to be repping reactor if they get hits on reactor. Most of these compartments up here will deter any shells that are coming like from top angles at you into it. These will intersect shells before they hit your reactor from the front. They have to completely destroy the wheelhouse, these 2 turrets, for this to hit from the front. They also, if they're shooting from, the right side of your trampler, they have to destroy this fortified entrance, the cargo deck, the other cargo deck, the compact armaments workshop, and the crew cabin to get to the reactor. So this is really strong on what would be the right side. What I like to do is face them, and shoot directly face on. It's really hard for people to thread shots into it. Makes it a very easy and compatible way to fight. These 2 guys on the 80s, this guy on the right side should always be firing. If you need extra help on repairs or something, the guy on the left should hop off and repair, simply because most of your firepower is on the right side, so is your protection. So you could tank a little bit more shots while these 2 guys are getting repaired. If you get killed, it's completely okay. Your team has 2 different respawns, and they're on 2 different sides of the ship. So you're not stacking respawns or anything. Super easy, super modular. Like I said, it's 7,000 silver to get all the parts you need for this build. And it's modular. While you upgrade on the tier 2 tree, you just keep replacing these parts with their better on the tier 2 tree. So more armored, better reactors, armored reactors. This has done me wonders. I've gotten 30,000 crown runs out of this, 20,000. We're consistently doing PvP and being okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, drop a comment. Have any questions, I'll answer them in the comments as well. Subscribe if you want to, and a like would be greatly appreciated.